besties, so today I'm going to be listing more than 20 things and I will tell you whether or not I think you should travel with them or you should not travel with them. Bear in mind that everything I say today is based on my experiences, so definitely it's my opinion, and some of these opinions may be controversial, but it's definitely my opinion as someone living in Lincoln. The first thing we are going to talk about is palm oil. Bear in mind that palm oil is actually prohibited from entering the UK. So if they find out that you have palm oil in your luggage, it is going to get seized. But the stubborn part of me actually tried to travel with palm oil. It didn't work because they found out, and the thing is, once they see that there is palm oil in your luggage, they start frantically searching your load. If they don't think you have anything that's prohibited, they may not search every nook and cranny of your bag. But once they've just seen a prohibited item, they just start searching, and that's what happened to me. Now, coming here, I asked myself why I bothered to even go through the stress of getting the palm oil, because for me, it could have been seized, but thankfully I was there with a friend and I just gave it to her. Because, see, this is palm oil. So there was actually no need for me to even have gone through that stress of trying to come to the UK with palm oil, because there is palm oil. Of course, bear in mind that everything that concerns African foodstuff is expensive in the UK compared to in Africa, but I don't think the stress of getting the palm oil is worth it. But if you are trying to do it, what I would advise you to do, not like I'm saying you should, but if you want to, because the truth is some people are just stubborn, they will do what they want to do. So I get that, because that's me. So what you should do is to freeze the palm oil a long time before you travel, if possible a week, 2 weeks. Once it is frozen, pack it in nylon bag, like properly wrap it like suya. After wrapping it, still further wrap it with cloths so that it will not be seen. But the thing is, once it is seen, they will seize it and start ransacking your bag. But please bear in mind that anything could happen with your palm oil. Your palm oil could actually erupt in your bag. Like, the palm oil can start leaking and totally mess up everything in your bag if not packaged well. So my advice would be, don't come with palm oil. It's just not worth all the hassle. But if you want to, you know what to do. The second thing we'll talk about is Indomie. By the way, for emphasis, I came along with my food stuff because I want to show you that there are some things that people pack and you don't need to, while there are some things that you actually need to pack. This is Indomie here. This is onion flavor. Chicken pepper soup. There is the onion, there is the regular Indomie, like anything noodles, please. We have them in abundance here. So you don't need to bother yourself by packing in bulk. Let me make a disclaimer at this point. If you are coming with your family, obviously you would have a lot of opportunities to pack as many things as you can because you have lots of luggage space. If you fall into that category, then feel free to pack whatever you want to pack. But if you are trying to manage space, I'm just telling you that there are some things that are not necessary to be packed. And even if you pack them in small quantities. So some things I will tell you not to pack, you can actually still pack, but pack in little quantities because they are here. So as I said, Indomie is here. You don't need to pack. The third thing I'll talk about is spaghetti. This is spaghetti here. And this cost about 28 pence in Morrison's. Pence, not even up to £1. So you would even need up to like 3 of these, if my mathematics serves me right, to even get to up to £1. So there is spaghetti here. The spaghetti is good. It does not get soggy. It's just good. You don't need to stress yourself with spaghetti. Fourth thing is groundnut oil. We have groundnut oil here. Mine has finished. I'm supposed to do like grocery shopping this week. We have groundnut oil in the UK. In fact, we have various blends of oils. Sunflower oil, rasp, something. In short, don't bother. There is groundnut oil here. And the fifth thing is ogbono. This one, I will take it very personal. Please, come with your ogbono. Come with your ogbono, because The ogbono in this place, it is not ogbono in at all. The first time I made ogbono here, I said, what is going on? The thing was not drawing. The ogbono was not ogbono in. I said, no. I don't know what's going on. All of a sudden, can't you cook? Can't you cook? Ada, what is going on? But the ogbono was, I don't know. It was just strange. It was different. It was not like ogbono. It was not good. I couldn't even eat it. Like, nah, I couldn't. Now, as I said, this is based on my experiences. So, in case you are in other parts of the UK and the ogbono is nice, then good for you. But the ogbono I bought here, not nice at all. Thankfully, the last time I went to Nigeria, I was able to buy a lot of ogbono. So, come alongside ogbono. The 16 I will talk about, I think I'll stop numbering them because they are actually way more than 20. I have close to 30 things, if not more. So let's focus. Now, winter jacket. This one is very debatable. Before coming to the UK, I watched some YouTubers say that don't come with your winter jacket, just come here, you buy winter jacket here. But now that I'm here, I am not of that opinion. Because people made it seem like winter jackets are cheap here. It's not true. To find a quality winter jacket that is thick, it is expensive. It is not cheap. The way people make it look like it is like £10, £20. No! I remember going to buy winter jacket one time, and with £40, I was not getting something really solid. And with like 10,000 naira, I got a high quality winter jacket in Nigeria. So I think this is one of those debatable or controversial parts, because I get the point of view people come from, in that I don't think you should pack lots of winter jackets because it will occupy unnecessary space. But I think you should come alongside one or two. If possible, just wear it as you're coming, so that way you get to conserve space. But I don't think you should totally erase coming alongside winter jackets, especially in some parts of Nigeria, for instance, where winter jackets are cheap. And how to know a good one? A thick one. Once it is thick, you can use it here. The next thing I'll talk about is clothes. And this one, I don't even care how controversial it may sound. People say, when you are coming to the UK, don't come with your clothes. Don't come with your this. Clothes are here. Na. How? That's not true. No, that's not true. The clothes that are here are fast fashion brands. So it depends on your personality, because for me, my saving grace is the fact that I came with my clothes, came with all my fashion items, and even came with my sewing machine, because I was able to sew what I wanted to sew. Because the clothes here, I was grossly disappointed when I came here. Grossly disappointed. I was thinking, oh, the fashion is going to be high standard and all that, but that's not true. It's fast fashion that reigns here. Joggers, sneakers, t-shirts, those are things that are here. So if your fashion style is more towards the fast fashion, then don't come with clothes. You'll find joggers, jeggings, leggings, all those kind of things. But if your style is more towards the classic, elegant style, or even the contemporary style of fashion, I think you should come with your clothes, especially your African clothes. If you wear Ankara fabrics, lace and all that, then come with them. People make it look like you don't need clothes. What would you be wearing? But of course, as I said, if you are the type of person that can wear anything and it doesn't bother you, then don't stress it. But if you are big on fashion, please come with clothes. Especially jeans. Because for some of my acquaintances that wear jeans, they've talked to me about the fact that it's been very difficult to get high quality jeans. One thing that helped me when I was coming to the UK is, before I watched anyone, I would check if their personality aligns with mine, and if not, I just keep it moving. And I think that's what you should do also. So as I'm saying this, it could be that you're more of a fast fashion person, then of course disregard what I've said. But if you are not, please regard what I've said. I think the only exception I would give in this is children. So if you have kids, I think in the UK there are so many amazing UK wears for your kids that you don't need to stress yourself about bringing so many clothes for the kids, as you can use that space to pack foodstuff instead. The conversation of clothes also aligns with that of shoes. The same way they told me, why will you come with heels? No, come here. There is no need to bother yourself using heels. Where will you wear heels to? That's not true. I wear my heels to work. I wear my heels to classes. I wear my heels to do anything I want to do. So if you are the type that wear heels in Nigeria, then come with at least some of your heels. Of course, there are sneakers readily available here, and I think they have like really high quality sneakers here. So I've said enough about outfits. Let's double down back into talking about food. Things like stockfish, crayfish, I think you should come alongside with them, because one rule of thumb, if you are trying to decipher what to bring, just think about it. Is this thing English? If it is, then don't bother. But if it's not, then I think you should bring more of those things. For instance, there is stockfish here, there is crayfish here, but because these are our traditional foodstuff, they are more expensive compared to things like noodles, rice, and other things. So I've talked about rice now. Speaking of rice, this is rice I got from Morrison's, and this rice is very good. It doesn't get soggy, it is good. So I don't think you should pack rice when coming. Same with beans. There is beans here, it is good. I think the only exception I would give is in terms of gari, because even though there is gari here, the texture and taste is significantly, I would say, different. For me, when I'm in the UK, I don't even bother with their gari. I have transitioned to using poundo yam. So in the African store, they sell poundo yam, and I actually love the taste and texture compared to gari. So I think instead of packing more of rice, beans, pack more of gari if you need to pack. Let's talk about things like okpei, iru. If you don't know what these are, don't worry. If you don't know, you don't know. If you know, you know, because these are traditional condiments that take your cooking to another level. I'm not a huge fan of iru, but the Yorubas amongst us would attest to the fact that it helps for the food. I'm a huge fan of okpei, and coming here, I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I would get okpei here. I didn't get it. I had to get it from Nigeria because what is an Igbo soup without okpei? What? I don't know. Like, are we playing here? So if you are a lover of those things, come alongside it. For egusi, there is egusi here, and I have not had any issue with the egusi here, but I think you should come with egusi. Let's also talk about banga, because I'm talking about soups. I love banga, ofe aku, and it's sold here, but it's sold in the canned form, and I've been using it. It has been good. I've had no issues with the banga in canned form. So if you can cope with that, that's fine. But if you need to have the kernel itself, then, because let's be for real, if you're coming to the UK, especially if you have plans of staying here for long, you have to think about the fact that this place would be your home. There are some things that you have to make adjustments about. You just have to get on with the program. There are some things that when you come here, you just get used to it. So I can't imagine coming here with palm kernel seeds, because how long will that last for? How long? Now things like tomato paste, tin tomatoes, curry, thyme, they are all here. So you don't need to stress yourself. Even concerning Maggi, this is not chicken. There is star, there is the Maggi cubes. And see, for the fact that these things are in Lincoln, then I think they will be in many places. And the reason why I keep making emphasis on Lincoln is because Lincoln is predominantly white dominated. So for me to still be able to find these African items, then that should tell you that in other places like Manchester, Bristol, Birmingham, you would find more of these things. Now let's talk about something that I don't know. Why would you leave Nigeria? Why would you leave Nigeria and come with yam? What is the problem? Like, if you've ever brought yam, just come closer. Let's talk. What's the problem? Are you fine? Are you okay? Because why? Some of these things are unnecessary. There is yam here. Although I have had issues with some of the yams here, but I don't see it as economical to even be coming with yam. Why? You are just taking up so much space. And you are even saying it out confidently that you brought yam. Why? Like I always say that, see, try to make here your home as much as possible. But of course, I understand that when you are coming in, not everyone would come in with so much money. Some people would need time to adjust, need time to start working and earning in pounds. So some people may not be able to afford this African foodstuff, but there are some things that you should just not come with, because you would end up taking so much space. And if you've asked anyone that has come from Nigeria to the UK or any other African country and carry too many load, it's not funny. It is not funny. And I'm saying it because I'm talking from experience. You would literally be removing your things one by one to fit into the luggage space provided by the airline. And if you don't do it fast, you can miss your flight. So it's very good for you to be conscious of what to pack and what not to pack. And as you're watching me, it's important, if my content resonates with you, just carry paper and be listing out the things that you know you will pack and things you know you will not pack as much. Now I'm sounding like a teacher. Something else I think you should pack a lot of is wigs. Come alongside a lot of wigs, Brazilian wool, anything that concerns your hair, just come with it. For series like cornflakes, golden morn, they are readily available here. So if you want to come alongside them, just come with like very few, because you will get them here. Same with milk, Milo, Bonvita. But of course, as I said, because these are more expensive here than in Nigeria, so if you have a family, feel free to come alongside some of these things. For things like dried fish, I think you can come along with those things, but you have to dry them like a lot of time before you travel, so ensure that the fish is dried. If you're coming with leaves, ensure it is dry, whether it is ugu, utazi, ukazi, just dry them and come alongside with them. Although once you've stayed here for a while and your food stuff ends up finishing and you have no hopes of getting them from Nigeria to the UK, you would be able to improvise. For instance, I was previously struggling with the leaf to use to cook my soup, because although we have things like ugu, okazi in the UK, or in Lincoln to be specific, but they are not fresh in my opinion. And when I'm putting leaves in my soups, I like it being fresh. But now I have learned that there are some other veggies that I can use. For instance, there is one that I use now, it's called kale, and I love the taste and the freshness. And this is something that I got in Morrison's. So we have other leaves that you can buy, things like spinach. But of course, as I said, if you want to come alongside with them, ensure you dry them. Also, things like salt, we have them here. We have pepper, but I think you should come alongside with your pepper, especially if you have very peppery pepper, come with them. Now, as we round up with this video, there are some things that I consider a no-no. Like, why are you coming with these things? And I'm going to be listing them right now. Things like your toiletries. Why will you come with bag of tissue? Why? Unless if you have a specific thing you need to come with. Some of these things are not necessary. There are tissues here, like a lot. Kitchen towels, pot, frying pan, blender, iron, those things, I think they'll just occupy too much space. Unless if you have too much space. But if you don't, those things are here. I feel stressed already talking about these things because it's shocking the way people come with things that they should not just come with because it's taking too much space. And I forgot to mention something. For those foodstuff that I mentioned, the best way to come with them without having any stress when immigration is checking is to put them in a Ziploc bag, something like this. So you put, for instance, if it's egusi, you put the egusi in the Ziploc bag, you lock it, you carry a masking tape and label it. That way, when they are checking your luggage, you've already labeled things, which makes it easier than you putting it in maybe a black nylon bag that will stress you and still stress the person checking and waste your time also. If you want things like gadgets, things like phone, those things are here. So I think you should just come with yourself. Come. But there are some people that just want to pack the whole of Nigeria. Like, you literally want to pack Nigeria and leave. Calm down. I watched a TikTok video and this lady was about relocating from Nigeria to the UK. And guess what she did? She went on Shein and ordered various clothes. Like, I was like, what's going on? She went on Shein. In case you don't know, Shein is a fashion brand. They deliver to the UK for free, especially if you are buying in bulk. Now, this girl could have come to the UK and bought those clothes from Shein in the UK, but she was in Nigeria. She paid for shipping and they waived it to her address in Nigeria, and she was now packing those things to the UK. And I think that's what lots of people do. They forget that there are some things that are even cheaper or of a better quality in the UK, whilst there are some things that are better quality in Nigeria. Anything that concerns electronics, you can find it here. For instance, I came alongside my sewing machine. I did not need to come with it because there are sewing machines here. But because I already knew that, see, for me, I may not have that money to go and buy a machine immediately. That was the reason why I just felt this is top priority, because I did not want anything to stop my fashion business even for a minute. I wanted to continue it, and that was the reason why I came with my sewing machine, because I thought about it. So the beautiful thing about this video and videos like this is it makes you think economically, which is a smarter option. Should you buy it in Nigeria or come to the UK and buy it? So you just put that thought in you, and that way you would be able to pack in an organized manner, and you would pack what you really need to pack. So besties, if you've enjoyed this video, I'll be putting a playlist of very similar videos which I want you to watch after this. Thank you for watching, besties, and I hope you've learned one or two things from this video. If you have comments on any of the things I've mentioned, do well to type it because I would love to hear your thoughts. And until I see you next time, stay blessed, remain happy, and bye for now.